Hi viewers, I welcome you back again to my YouTube channel to learn English. Of course, it's been a long gap, but I know I would make up for whatever time we could not meet on YouTube. I must actually conclude that model verbs I have almost done. I'll be doing one more video on model verbs, explaining you the difference between must, should, ought to, because three of them convey the same meaning and also have to. Anyways, now I want to do tenses because many people struggle with tenses in English, because tenses in our mother tongue are very simple, but in English we have many tenses to refer to present time. In present itself we have four tenses: simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous. Like I'm just mentioning to let you know why tenses are confusing. Whereas in Telugu, to refer to present time we have only Vartamana Kalamu. To refer to past time we have Bhuta Kalamu. To refer to future time we have Bhavishyat Kalamu. But in English, in past also we have simple past, past continuous, past perfect continuous. So because of these things, many of the learners of English language, they think that it's all confusing. So I want to tell you that it's not very difficult to learn, and the most important thing is, in order to be able to communicate in English properly, either it is spoken form or written form. It's not necessary for you to know all these tenses. So my concern in this video is I will be focusing upon only the tenses that are mostly used in our spoken and written communication. Alright? So to begin with, first I want to tell what tense is. Earlier I have mentioned tense is actually not time. I say this repeatedly because many people think tense is time. So tense in English is not time. When we refer to tense in English, it's just form of verb. Please understand this. Tense is not time. Tense is form of verb. Earlier I have mentioned each verb has four different forms: go, went, gone, going. We use these forms in different tenses. So in English, when we refer to tense, we refer to form of the verb. Which form of the verb is used in the particular sentence. I keep telling you that the same tense can convey different time periods. For example, I told you earlier, if you come early, I am using present tense, but I am referring to future time. I think you understand. I repeat, if you come early, the tense I used is present, but the time I referred is future. In the same way, the Chief Minister is visiting Karimnagar. So I am using is visiting, but the time referred is not present. I am referring to a future plan. Do you understand? So tense is not time. In the first sentence, if you come early, I am using come. In the second sentence, the Prime Minister is visiting. Is visiting is the form of the verb. I think I am clear now. So we use these four forms: present, past, past participle ing form with the help of auxiliaries. That's how I have taught auxiliary verbs first. I talked about be form auxiliaries. I talked about have form auxiliaries. I have talked about do form auxiliaries, and I have talked about model auxiliaries. So this form, past participle form and ing form, can act as a finite verb only when we have some auxiliary going before them. Alright? So I think now I told tense is form of verb. Each verb has 4 forms. Present form, the first one present, the second past, the third, this you have to remember because many students refer to it as future. It's not future, it is past participle, and this is in form. For the time being, you remember as in form, but actually we call it present participle in grammatical terms. Present participle. In grammatical terms, we call it present participle. So, we'll be using these verbs and the combination of these verbs with auxiliary verbs that forms the tense. I mentioned about auxiliary verbs because by using these 4 forms together, we'll be forming some verb as a finite verb. Alright? So, to begin with, as I mentioned earlier, I'll not be confusing you by mentioning all tenses. As a matter of fact, I'll be explaining all of them. But what I want you to remember is, just for learners of English language, if you are learning English language for written and spoken communication, don't get confused by learning about all tenses. Just for the sake of information, you may know all of them, but mostly will be using a few of them. So my focus will be on those few tenses on which we depend more on about written and spoken communication. And among them, the first one is simple present. We have to be very careful with this tense because people make mistakes using this. The first one is simple present. For every tense that we are learning, we have to know 2 things. The first thing, the form of the verb. What is form of verb in simple present, and usage. When I say usage, in what context we use simple present. So I said for each tense we'll be learning form of the verb. In simple present, the form of the verb is present form / present plus yes. So for the lower levels of learning, we refer to them as V1 or V1 plus yes. Because in lower classes, the lower class teachers teach them as V1, V2, V3, V4 like that. So I want to mention V1, present is V1 and present plus yes. Means in simple present tense, we can identify the tense of a sentence by focusing on the verb in that particular sentence. For example, I teach English. I teach English. The verb here is teach and it is simple present because it is V1 or present form. Suppose I am talking about my friend, I don't say my friend teaches English. So my friend teaches English. When the subject is my friend, it becomes teaches. Means it is V1 V1 plus V1 plus yes. Both are simple present. And now I said we have to learn simple present carefully because you must know when we use present plus yes. I think all of you are familiar with the pronouns. If not, please ask me in the comment box. I'll be teaching pronouns in detail. Now I'm teaching, keeping in mind or assuming that you already know pronouns. Third person singular pronouns. So I'm writing here, third person singular pronouns are he, she, it. When you have them as the subject, for example, my friend can be replaced by he or she. So when that is the subject, we add yes to the verb. For example, girls like flowers. Suppose I am talking about many girls like flowers. I am using only V1. Suppose I want to talk about only one girl, I must say girl likes flowers. I think you have understood. So this is very important about simple present tense. Before you learn the usage, you must know the form of the verb in simple present is V1 or V1 plus yes. How to make the difference? If the subject of the sentence is V1 plus yes, the way how I have shown here, I teach English, I is first person, so it is only teach. My friend is third person, it's teachers. So girls, third person plural, girl, third person singular, we are adding yes to the verb. So in case if it is not clear to you, please let me know in the comment box. I try to focus more on this because it is one of the basic things in English grammar that you have to know. Suppose you go out and speak like this. My friend come every day. People think you don't know simple rules of English grammar. Okay, so don't make that mistake whenever we use third person. When I say third person, I mean first person is the one who speaks, second person is the one to whom it is spoken, third person is the persons who are not involved in this speaking. My friend. So I am speaking to the viewers. You are you and I and somebody else I am speaking. My friend, my mother, girl are no way concerned with this conversation. So that is the third person. If you still want any more clarity, I will give later. Okay, now you have learned the simple present form of the verb. Now, the usage of simple present is also very important. The usage of simple present is also very important. Usage means the context where we use simple present. It is used while talking about our daily routine. When we talk about our daily routine, we use only simple present. For example, I get up at 6 a.m. I spend some time in prayer. Then I read my Bible. I start my work. I go to class. Okay, I take lunch around 12:30. I go to bed around 10 o'clock. In all these sentences, I used only the first form of the verb, that is simple present. Alright? When we talk about our daily routine, we use simple present. And when we talk about our likes and dislikes, when we talk about this also, we use simple present. I like flowers. My friends like watching television. Okay, I dislike telling lies. I dislike coming late to class. So when we talk about likes and dislikes also, it's compulsory to use present form of the verb. Alright, the third usage. We use simple present tense to talk about our hobbies. You know, hobbies, the thing that we do for pleasure in our free time or our hobbies. When you are talking about the hobbies, we use simple present tense. My friend collects stamps. You know, I read books. Okay, and my grandmother watches serials. That is her hobby. Reading books is my hobby. Collecting stamps is the hobby of my friend. Do you understand? When we talk about hobbies also, we use simple present tense, and also we call them universal truths. Some truths, they happen in the same way all the time, everywhere. Universal means all over the world. This is same all over the world. The sun rises in the east. If you go to America, if you go to England, if you go to Israel, if you go to Pakistan, wherever you go, the sun rises in the east. The sun sets in the west. The earth revolves around the sun. Okay? It rains during June and July. So it is also a truth for our country. So like that, when we are mentioning truths, water boils at 100 degrees centigrade. Okay? Water evaporates during summer season. So all the natural phenomena, they are the truth always and everywhere. We call them universal truths, and we have to use simple present tense only to refer to them. Last but not the least, there are few more, but these are the important things that I am mentioning. This is, I know many of you watch cricket, some of you watch tennis, and in the world crores of people watch football. So we use simple present tense in commentaries. While giving commentary on the games and sports or whatever is happening, some program, we use simple present tense only. Please remember, you know, you mention the name of one bowler, X. X comes from the pavilion in N. The batsman takes his guard. The bowler runs fast at a speed of 113 kilometers. He bowls a wide angle. So you know all these words in the cricket. So in the commentaries they use only present tense. The umpire gives him out. I think you remember this. They don't say the umpire is giving him out. You don't hear the bowler is coming. We use only present. The bowler comes. Okay. He looks at the batsman. The fielder moves to the left side. The first slip is taken off. So whatever, from now onwards when you are listening to the cricket commentary, you observe carefully, they use only simple present tense and also in narration. Okay, forget about that. At least remember this. So today what I said, that simple present tense, what is the form of the verb? Either V1 or V1 plus yes, and I said V1 plus yes when third person singular, that is he, she, it, that is V1 plus yes and V1, that is simple present. How do you identify simple present? If the verb is V1 or V1 plus yes. And what is the usage? When I say usage, I actually mean in what context do we use simple present tense? That is daily routine, likes and dislikes, hobbies, universal truths and commentary. I think you all follow this. This is very important. As I mentioned earlier, I'll be spending more time on the tenses that are very important in our day-to-day conversation and written form. So today I have completed simple present, and tomorrow I will teach about present continuous tense, and then it's very important for you to know the difference between present continuous and simple present that you will be watching in my upcoming video. Thank you very much for watching. I expect comments and questions. so that if anything is not clarified here, I'll be trying to do another video on the same tense if you need more information. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe.